Hello to a new video. I am Julia Ferrandez and this video focuses on the first part of the digestive system in humans. I will explain the anatomy and physiology of the digestive system from the mouth to the stomach in human. Come on, let's explain them. The easiest way to understand the digestive system is to divide its organ into two main categories, the gastrointestinal tract and the accessory glands. Accessory digestive organs, despite their name, are critical to the function of the digestive system. The gastrointestinal tract is about 8 meters long and its shape varies. It narrows and widens. It starts in our mouth and ends at our anus, and it has the following parts: oral cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. The gastrointestinal tract is composed of different tissues layers. Starting from the lumen and moving outwards, these layers are the mucosa, submucosa, muscularis, and serosa. The mucosa or mucous membrane is a membrane lining our digestive tract. It varies in structure, but it is a surface layer of epithelial cells, which form an epithelium tissue. It also contains glandular epithelia that secretes a substance called mucus, mainly composed of mucin. Mucous membrane and the mucus serve primarily in protection and lubrication. Mucous membrane is surrounded by muscular layers. When these layers contract, they push food down the digestive tract. The accessory or ancillary glands are organs that discharge their secretions into the digestive system. They are salivary glands, found in the mouth where saliva is released, the liver, located in the upper right abdomen, which releases secretions into the intestine, and the pancreas, located behind the stomach, which also releases secretions into the intestine. The function of the digestive system is to break down food into nutrients, which is called digestion. Nutrients can be used by our cells. To carry out digestion, digestive system performs 6 activities: ingestion, propulsion, mechanical or physical digestion, chemical digestion, absorption, and defecation. Digestion includes both mechanical and chemical processes. Mechanical digestion is a purely physical process, does not change the chemical nature of the food. Instead, it makes the food smaller to increase both surface area and mobility. It includes mastication or chewing, as well as tongue movements, the mechanical turning of food in the stomach, and segmentation, which occurs mainly in the small intestine. In chemical digestion, starting in the mouth, digestive secretions break down complex food molecules into their chemical building blocks, for example, proteins, into separate amino acids. These secretions vary in composition, but typically contains water, various enzymes, acids, and salts. The process is completed in the small intestine. Now let's explain the process of digestion in more detail. First, we will start with the mouth. Here you can see the different structures of the mouth, such as the teeth, tongue, or hard and soft palate. The mouth carries out many functions. The first process is ingestion and refers to the entry of food into the alimentary canal through the mouth. Once food has been injected, the teeth, which are organs similar to bones, tear, grind, and otherwise mechanically break down food. So, chewing contributes in a mechanical digestion by increasing the surface area of the food and allowing an appropriately sized bolus to be produced. Mechanical digestion is also produced by tongue movements. Perhaps you have heard that the tongue is the strongest muscle in the body. It is difficult to quantify the strength of different muscles, but tongue is one of the strengthened ones. Tongue facilitates ingestion, mechanical and chemical digestion, and swallowing. In addition, in the mouth occurs salivation, the act of producing saliva. Small salivary glands that are housed under the tongue and on the sides of the mouth are constantly secreting saliva, even when you sleep. In fact, an average of 1 to 1.5 liters of saliva is secreted each day. Chewed food is mixed with saliva, but what is saliva? Saliva is a watery liquid that contains different substances such as mucin, lysozyme, and amylase. Mucin is a mucus substance that lubricates and mixes with food, creating the bolus. Lysozyme is an enzyme that destroys some bacteria present in the food. The digestive enzyme named amylase breaks down the most complex sugars. It starts the chemical digestion of starch molecules, which are present in many foods, like bread, potatoes, rice, and transforms them into simple sugars. By this time, the bolus has been already formed and swallowing begins. Swallowing is the movement of food from the mouth to the stomach. The entire process takes about 4-8 seconds for solid food and just 1 second for liquids. The tongue pushes the bolus towards the pharynx, also known as the throat, and from there it goes to the esophagus, which ends in the stomach. There are 3 main stages in this process. The first one is a voluntary phase where the tongue moves upward against the palate, pushing the bolus to the back of the oral cavity. Then, some involuntary impulses cause the soft palate close down the nasal passages and the epiglottis close the larynx. Therefore, the bolus enters into the pharynx. As we swallow, the upper orifice of the larynx remains closed, and it is not possible to breathe for a very brief time. If the bolus enter into the respiratory tract, could cause choking or suffocation. Finally, during the third stage, the bolus passes into the esophagus and propulsion starts, which is the movement of food through the digestive tract. The esophagus is a muscular tube that connects the pharynx to the stomach, and it is approximately 25 centimeters of length. In the esophagus, it starts peristalsis that consists of waves of contraction and relaxation of alimentary wall smooth muscles, which act to propel food along. These waves also play a role in mixing food with digestive juices. Peristalsis is so powerful that foods and liquids you swallow enter your stomach even if you are standing on your head. Finally, food reaches the stomach, that is an expansion of the alimentary canal that lies immediately inferior to the esophagus and links the esophagus to the first part of the small intestine, the duodenum. There are different regions in the stomach, like the cardia and the pylorus. The cardia is the point where the esophagus connects to the stomach and it stops reflux from happening. Pylorus connects to the duodenum. It is a sphincter that controls the stomach emptying. Due to its muscular layers, the stomach can vigorously turn food, mechanically breaking it down into smaller particles. Popular culture tends to refer to the stomach as the location where all digestion takes place. Of course, this is not true. Still, stomach plays several important roles in digestion. The stomach mucosa's epithelial lining consists of surface mucous cells, which secrete a protective mucus that acts as a mucosal barrier to avoid the self-digestion from digestive enzymes. In addition, gastric glands are placed in the mucosa. It secretes a complex digestive fluid referred to as gastric juice. Gastric juice is composed of hydrochloric acid and different digestive enzymes such as pepsin. Hydrochloric acid is responsible for the high acidity pH between 1.5 to 3.5 of the stomach contents, and it's needed to activate the protein digesting enzyme pepsin. Pepsin is released as an inactive form called pepsinogen. Hydrochloric acid is necessary for the conversion of pepsinogen to pepsin. Pepsin is an enzyme that starts protein digestion, breaking proteins down into smaller fragments of variable sizes known as peptides. After food has mixed with gastric juices in the stomach, it is transformed into a more fluid substance known as chyme. Lastly, to recap, this video focuses on the first part of the digestive system from the mouth to the stomach. In the mouth, food is chewed, mixed with saliva and transformed into the bolus that is finally swallowed into the pharynx and esophagus and reaches the stomach. The stomach secretes gastric juices and it has an important role in chemical and mechanical digestion. After food has mixed with gastric juices, it is known as chyme and reaches the intestine. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.